Testing 1, 2, 3. What's good?
How do I hear, Mom?
Oh, that was a little awkward. Well, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Easy E back here with another story time. Had to change the scenery up today. It's a good day. Yeah, bro, it's about to be summertime, man. Y'all ready for the summertime? I know I am. But look, check it. Like I said, it's another story time. But before we get into that, man, I just want to take the time just to just check on everybody, make sure everybody okay. I know around me, it's been a lot of grief going on. A lot of people just living, having some short lives lived. And I just want to check on everybody, make sure everybody okay, and just know that just live your life to the fullest. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be in life, live that to the fullest. But anyway, we here. New story time, man. And I just wanted to talk about my first year being a head coach, man. It was very steep. It was a very steep experience. But we're going to dive into it. How I got this opportunity. So, a couple years ago, I started this job. And they gave me a chance to work with students and kids and stuff. And they needed a high school, they needed a coach. They needed an assistant coach. And I was kind of the younger blood that was able to, just, just step in, have some time. And I'm a big basketball fan. I play basketball probably like all stages of my life except for college. So I said, why not? So I was an assistant coach at last year. And it was a great season. We kind of underperformed, but it was a good season. It was a good experience. So this year coming around, I had the opportunity to move up and be the head coach, and I was kind of weary on the experience, just because it was a big responsibility, and I feel like I wasn't ready for it. But me, I'm a big why not? Like if it makes me uncomfortable, if it makes me scared, why not do it? So I took the opportunity. Excuse me. Allergies been kicking me. But yeah, I took the opportunity, and I knew it was gonna be a challenging season, just because we lost a lot of people, a lot of our core the year before. So it was cool. I'm big on challenges. I'm big on opportunity. I'm big on just being able to excel, rise above, shatter through the limits, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. So I took the experience, and I came in with the mindset what I already knew. Who was going to be on the team and what we was working with based on the year prior. Yeah, I think that was like the strike one of me like messing up. The first mistake I made, right? So we go in. I got my phone now. This is to keep me on track because I could ramble off topic. So first day of practice. Well, we had conditionings and we had tryouts. We got lead up and all that. So all that stuff, formality and stuff is. I've been a section leader, so I know how to run practices. Like I've been a leader at every stage of my life, so I know how to run practices. Know how to focus on what are we weak on, focus on what are we strong on. I know how to do that. That came second nature with me. So first day of practice, it was just like a little nervous. Like dang, they waiting for me to do whatever I gotta, to call out whatever, and boom, boom, boom. But that's second nature for me. I handled that. I think no. So first day of practice, I let people know expectations, how I feel. I'm kind of like a strict coach. like very stern coach. In a manner, not stern, but like just like straightforward. We're gonna keep our relationship is to be real with one another. I'm gonna let you have the opportunity to do what you want to do or whatever you think that you're capable of doing, but it gotta. If the results don't weigh out, then you gotta argue with the results. You're not gonna argue with me. So the first, practices, the first couple of weeks, the first month, because I think we had a month before we had our actual game. I let people show me what they wanted to do, what positions they wanted to play, what they were capable of doing, what do they think they're capable of doing, and what do the percentages and what does the actual drills that I designed are set for them. What does that really have you doing? Like, what did it say about it? So basically, if you think you're a 3-point shooter, then we'll do a all around the world 3-point drill. If you can make 50% or 40% of the threes, then I mean you're capable of taking a shot. Now, if you're falling below that, then we want to look other else to somebody else that can make that shot or just take less of them. Right? Everybody think they Curry in this era. Everybody think they Curry until you look at the stats or you even look at the work that Curry got to put in to be himself. Like, if you're not doing that, then you can't be. You feel me? You shouldn't be thinking you Curry. You feel me? But other than that, that was basically what I focused on. The expectations. Just how I coach and like the culture here. I'm big on respect, so I'm gonna respect you as long as you respect me. But first of all, before all that, you gotta respect yourself. So if you playing at the school, you representing you, and you representing the school. You are representing your family. So I just made that like just big, like how we handle ourselves, how we conduct ourselves, how we bring that culture and how we get that buy-in of being great. Because I'm gonna ride for y'all if y'all gonna ride for me. So that's why it was big for me from day one. I said I need 12 dogs. I need 12 dogs. Of saying like basically I just need 12 people that's just gonna be hungry and be ready to work every day. So that was kind of like our first month going into that, and it was cool until we hit our first challenge. So one of our challenges is our seniors or the people that returned, they was ineligible. So they automatically missed 4 games. Shake the whole lineup up. Shake everything up. Why they was ineligible because of grades, but that's neither here and there. So I had to change how I thought my lineup would be, and change how, just basically how I would run my offense, because I really leaned on them to be the big bulk of my offense until we get the younger guys acclimated into our offense that they can fit in. So off rip, we're throwing our young guys into the fire. Let me clarify. I'm coaching varsity basketball. So we're throwing our young guys into the fire. Boom. Okay. And then another challenge is that most of the players on my team, this is their first time playing organized basketball. Other than with the seniors, this is they returning, so they know how it is, the nerves, how to be game day ready and stuff like that. So I have to go back and reteach just fundamentals of basketball, which is not a problem. I think I could hone in on that, but it kind of set us back on tracking because that month I was expecting, just expecting that we can get through that with our whole team. So it took us back. The first game, we found out we had some players eligible, and we just had to rock out with what we got. So we rocked out with what we got, and it was a great game. We played like the top 3 person team or school in the league last year, and they had some good talent, and we was able to hold our own. What I immediately loved about this team is that they are defense, like they can play defense, and I love that because my biggest philosophy is you could do whatever you want on offense as long as we playing defense. So if you want to take a lot of threes, you want to shuck a lot of shots, you want to do this and do that, that's fine. Get back and play defense. Get some stops. My philosophy, I feel like whatever team get the most stops and get the most turnovers, create the most turnovers, is gonna win the game. So defense kept us in the game the first game. It's just was a struggle for us to score because we don't have a lot of elite shooting. We have a lot of slashers and a lot of just we get into the paint. So the first game we got chalked up, but foreshadowed for the season, like, okay, I feel like I can work with that. All right, boom. Then we get into when the seniors come back and they think they can, they kind of think that it's gonna pick off where they left off at, and we already kind of got a system. So if that causes a little rift and things that are going on, and I feel like they just wanted the instant gratification of I'm coming in and I'm gonna start and I'm gonna score and things like that. Which I'm big on. If you come to practice, bro, and you ain't missed a practice and you deserve your spot, you deserve to be on the court. That's how it is. Like, you gonna be on the court, you gonna play. It's up to you coming in to take that spot. It's up to you to outwork them. So, and it's gonna take a time. It's not gonna take one practice or two practices. It's gonna take time. You have to earn your spot, earn your minutes. And I think those guys didn't really want to handle. I mean, didn't want to go with that because it just, it's an ego thing. So that led for them departing for the team. And that was just some drama that we don't want. I don't want to get into because everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, have different things that going on, but it created drama with the team, and it kind of created a sense of disruption of what the flow we already had it or the momentum we was trying to pick up. So I think that played a huge part of our first half of our season. A while it did translate to a lot of winning games, and it didn't take it to after winter break where we really kind of understood the game, understood what we got to be, understood how what our offense looked like, our game plan is. So that's already like 4 games or 5 games in until they get that curve. So now we understand, and we fought 4 or 5 games in, we understand our offense and how to run it, what to do, boom, boom. But we don't understand how to win and close games. So I think another challenge that I underestimated is teaching players how to, when basketball is all about momentum and momentum shifts. So you can go up 5, but you can't coast because the other team is going to go for their run. So getting them to understand that once you up, you got to play harder to create the lead. And also another thing that I had to teach them is that when you're away, you have no momentum. You have to create the momentum off rip. So usually when a coach would tell me, if you're an away game, you're already down 10. You have to play harder to catch up and then create that lead. So I think that's where I kind of didn't focus on that as much. Explaining that or even doing drills or game time scenarios where we can get that, but it just till like, all right, we went up, we going on a run, boom, and then it was like a little coast, and then next thing you know, it's crunch time. They going on a run, they taking the league, and we can't stop the bleeding. So that was just like a little overview of some challenges that kind of happened. And yeah, I learned a lot, bro. I learned a lot. I learned that being a head coach is actually more responsibility than I thought it was. Just because you got 12 guys on the team that's like it's like your little brothers, bro. You got to make sure they're good. You got to make sure every one of them good mentally, family wise, whatever they're going through, because they at the end of the day they're still athletes, and you know they going to practice, going to school, then they dealing with whatever they got at home. So just making sure they're good, making sure everybody okay, and making sure they prepare for the game, but also just making sure on a personal level they're good. Building relationships, I feel like it's the most important thing with being a coach. You have to have a relationship with your players, or they not gonna buy in. I feel like I tried to. Ooh, excuse me. I tried to do that to the best of my. Ooh, ooh, man. But look, I try to do that for the best of my abilities with my team because I just felt like that was important. I feel like me being a younger coach, it kind of helped a little bit. But I also created boundaries, like, respect boundaries. I'm going to respect you as long as you respect me. If you disrespect me, then then that's where the rift happens. I ain't going to disrespect you, but that's where there's an issue and we have to figure that out. I learned that in-game coaching is in-game coaching, man, it's crazy, bro. Like you could actually feel. I remember one game, we took the lead. So I was telling them, I'm stressing to them, all right, we took the lead. I mean, we got a lead. We up by 7. Keep running what we doing to build this lead. I just felt a sense of coasting, and I didn't know when. I don't know why I have this like Phil Jackson philosophy or pop philosophy is I won't call a timeout until I don't know. So like when you will create a lead or the lead get chopped down and then you call the timeout, I let them make the mistakes. I let them fight through that and to call it a timeout. But you gotta have a certain type of players and certain type of mental toughness on your team for that to be a thing. Because I feel like in-game adjustment, like in-game real time figuring things out and in-game is better than me calling a timeout, stopping the play. They getting to talking. I telling them like, all right, this is what you need to do, and then you got to create the momentum again. So I think that kind of hindered because you got to have a certain mental toughness with your players, and they got to understand a certain thing for you to even like coach like that. So yeah, in-game adjustments kind of was challenging with me. Just knowing when to call timeouts, knowing when to stop momentum, knowing when to change up not defensive, offensive schemes. I know for a while, like we had a set play, a set motion that we was running, and it wasn't working. So I was like, all right, we gotta change it up. But usually, like so this was in the beginning of the season. Usually, I'll be like, oh, keep running the play, it's gonna work. Towards the middle of the season, I realized that different games is going to be different, just different ways that people is playing you. So you can't run that same set every game. So for instance, we had played this good team, good school, and we played them 3 game series, bro. They came to us, they said they wanted to add us on the schedule. It was some private school, and I said, let's shoot for it. We got the first game. Our star player, our best player, he had about like 40 points. Second game, they was bent on not letting him score. So with that, I had to change the whole offense or the whole set that we was running into a different set to run through our second best scorer. And it was like it was tough because when your best scorer is out the game, it kind of makes everybody else have to play, and I don't think we was capable enough to have point production from other people. We had our first our leading scorer and our second leading scorer, but when it gets to the third or fourth leading scorer, it was just like we don't know. So second game they played us completely different. They iced out our best scorer, and then the third game we adjusted to them, and it was a good game. It was a good game. We adjusted to them. We knew that they was going. We knew that they was gonna take our best scorer out, so we immediately was like, "All right, second, this is your game. You have to." We had him prepared for it, and it was a close game. But still, that third score or that third, like just a whole bunch of points from somebody else, it didn't happen. So we ended up losing that in a close game, and it was a good series. And I realized that like I'm really like coaching like at the highest high school level, and it was like, dang, like outside of me having to coach my players or make sure my players are prepared, I also have to be prepared game plan wise. And I think that could have been more prepared during out the season game plan wise. So it's just a lot. Like for me going just coaching varsity, like my first year, like it was a lot of learning experience in season. So yeah, I think my I think coolest moment I got the opportunity to coach against a former NBA player, Chris White. Um, he owns a day and he owns a academy, basketball academy, flight academy, I think flight club academy or something like that. And he got like basically like school AAU. So they smacked us for sure. Like they was very good. Like these are like top recruits, top people players in the city. But I think it was cool that I was able just to coach and get them put my mind against an NBA player. And it was alright. So yeah. Oh them allergies, boy, it's kicking. My proudest moment though, my proudest moment was just at the end of the season. I could genuinely say each one of my players had growth. I know our record didn't reflect like it didn't really reflect how good we was. So I had to rework my mind and thinking like, all right, we're not bad because our record, like we just didn't win games, if that makes sense. But every one of my players improved since the first day they came to practice to the last day they practiced. Like they understood their strengths, they understood their weaknesses, they understood like how they man. I think so. The leading scorer on our team, bro, man, beginning of the season, he did not know how to run the offense, play basketball, do things like not play basketball, but play organized basketball. He didn't know like how to structure, bro. At the end, bro, like I said, he became our leading scorer, bro, and this guy started getting like dunks, like bang outs. Like I knew he was very athletic. I wanted to channel him to be able to dunk in game. He was getting in game dunks. I'm talking about backdoor setup, coming through, boom. I'm talking about off the back, off the missed shot, off the rim, boom, put backs. Like he really did that. And then my other senior, the one senior that we had, he really elevated his game to knowing what he was. He's like a hybrid wing. And he elevated his game, kind of knew his spots, his shots he wanted to take, and just how to be a more polished basketball player. So it was it was like three seniors that we had beginning. Those are seniors that just got dismissed from the team. But we had three seniors that stayed with the team, and they was cool. They was cool. But so the hybrid wing senior, he elevated. He was the second leading scorer on our team, and then our big man, our center, Shaq Big Diesel, he was holding it down there, man. I'm talking about the growth with him is so crazy. Like I'm talking about like last year, because he was on the team last year, he couldn't really make a layup like consistently and just didn't know what he fit on the court. But this year he understood it. Like he understood that I need to be the enforcer. I need to be down there banging with the bigs. Like I need to be out there putting muscle and body on people and get boards, and you feel me? And he understood it. And when I'm going up strong, and I'm hitting free throws. So he proud with him. And then this year, we had started a freshman this year. Now this was just me looking at him, and I knew he had something in him, and I just took a risk on him. Why not? He had very much defensive intensity, and he had a lot of confidence. It's just that some things I hindered him was just his attitude. But once you get past his attitude, bro, he is like a menace on defense, and his improvement on like, okay, him being on defense, we know what we get for him in defense. Now let's get some offense out of you. And towards the end of the season, I think he got better at being a better offensive player. Even our bench guys, man, they came in, they knew what they had to do. They was able to score. Not able to score as efficiently as I wanted to, but they felt more comfortable with the ball in their hand, and they felt more comfortable of what's expected from them from when they come in. So I feel like, bro, like it was a lot of growth, like a lot of, like I could real life say that I'm riding with them. Like, all right, I got my guys, they bring your guys. I don't care. Like you gotta see us. Like you gotta see us. Like our record might shows that we weak. You think we weak, but nah, you gotta see us. And you go feel us, and we got that mentality. We got that dog mentality, man. I feel like I could just rock with that, bro. Win or lose, I could rock with that. But yeah, I learned a lot this year. It was a lot of things. Let's see did I get everything? Oh, okay. So lastly, I want to end with some advice for anybody that's thinking about coaching basketball or being a future coach. For a high school level, be prepared. Like, be very prepared for teams. Like, I feel like that was my downfall. That I try to prepare during the game. Like, I try to adjust and be prepared during the game and coach on the fly. But it's way easier if you able to coach. Have a game plan before the game, scout your team, scout who you play against, know their weaknesses, and then adjust from there. And then also, another thing, like I said, bro, create a bond with your players, man. Because outside of basketball, bro, like not gonna know how much you affect their lives. Just outside of basketball, bro. Like you might be a mentor to them. You might be somebody they look up to. You might be the only person that's giving them confidence in their life. And then what else I could say? Another advice. Oh man, I think people just so fixated on that. I gotta like custom out. Don't get me wrong. I'll be cussing my players out. Like I'll be letting them know when they're wrong, but you also have to build them up. You have to find that balance of when to let them know that they're doing something wrong, but also let them know what they're doing right. Because if you just cuss them out and not, just telling them like you gotta do this or that, you lose their mind. And what I mean by that is the same energy that you giving to cussing somebody out. Like you saying, bro, you trash, you can't do this. Like come on. You gotta hype them up the same way. Like it have to be the same energy. You can't be like, You can't be like, yeah, no, you trash, da, 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 da. And when they do something good, you be like, about time you did something good. Like, no, you gotta be like, let's go. Like, yeah, turn up. That's what I'm talking about. That's how, like, you gotta be intense on both ends of the spectrum so they can know that they're actually doing something right and they can be having some confidence. I know culture, we get into it, we get competitive, we get, a little frustrated. But you dealing with young adults, bro. The world is designed for them to get tore down. You gotta build them. You gotta tear them down and build them up. Because at the end of the day, we all men that's trying to get built up. You feel me? Like, just think about you. Like, if somebody tearing your job, they tearing you down every day, and nobody building you up, what you gonna think about yourself? Exactly. So that's just some things, some advice that I give for future coaches. This was a cool experience. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see myself doing it again anytime soon, though. Maybe, I don't know. I never know what the future hold, but coaching is really stressful. Like, I see why people go bald trying to coach. Like, it's really it's really like stress. Like, but it was exciting. It was an exciting experience. Me being 27 and being able to be a head coach for a varsity team. It was cool, man. It was an enjoyable experience. And I don't know, I don't know what the future holds, but yeah. But off of my TED Talk, man. Appreciate you for listening to the video. Oh shit. Hey, they outside today. It's almost pretty well. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the video, man. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, and if you got any questions that you want to ask me about coaching, man, drop them in the comments below. And sub up, bro. Sub up to the channel. Like, what y'all doing? Sub. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. To all my new subscribers, yeah, welcome, man. We big. What we at? We at 226 right now. 224, 225. What I know? Yeah, we been moving, bro, and I appreciate that. I'm out of here. Peace. They put dirt on my name and added fuel to the pain. A lot to change, but in the end, I raise my hands like a champion. Bro, look at this, bro. Ugly mother. Beavis butt with that mother. Beaver Creek looking, Bob.